Hello friends, today I'm going to share with you guys 3 steps that it took me to have a clear understanding what it takes to do this specific dynamic move on this climb, which is called center visor.
Come on, yes, dude. Come on, come on. You know it. Yes, dude. Come on.
Super smooth. Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, you got this. Come on. Chuck, come on.
Oh, so sad.
Now as you can see already, there's a couple of holds, and from the front it doesn't look as bad. If we look at the climb from the side, you can already tell it's really overhung. So this move here is going to be the crux. It's also really complicated to go from this hold over to this mantle, and you're going to get a clear idea throughout the video. Now before I share with you those 3 steps, I want to show you my attempts, because you're going to get a clear idea of where I'm struggling, what am I doing, and we're going to go over in detail what I did wrong and what I did to correct that. Now I'm also going to be sharing my friend's attempt. His name is Jude. He had some really good attempts, so I had to share this as well. Now let's go over the 3 steps that I'm talking about. Step number 1, explosiveness. What I mean by this is how hard am I supposed to press off the rock so I can go over for this hold. Because again, it does require an explosive move, dynamic move to get to this hold. But I need to have a clear understanding how much am I supposed to press off. Because there's 2 things that I can do wrong. And we typically do this, me and Jude. As you can see, Jude, he went too short for this. So notice when he presses off, he comes up way too short on this one. And right here on the right side, notice what I do. When I press off too hard. So it makes it a lot more difficult for me to control the momentum. So there's gotta be an in-between, just the right amount of explosiveness, right where we want it. Notice the difference on the 3. Notice the hips. On the first one, the hips are too far to the left. On the second one, the hips are too far for the right. And the third one is right under the hold, right where I want it. So going back to my point, it really matters how much of an explosiveness you do, how much you press off, how much you're pulling off from your hold as you're doing that dynamic move to the next hold.
Come on.
There you go.
Come on. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, finish it. Woo! Nice. That's insane. That's cool.
Feet down. Exactly.
That's insane.
Straight up, follow the white streak.
Shake it out.
That's it, exactly.
Shake out your left. Do that outdoors. Come on. You're good at top out. Come on, dude.
You can't get the right foot over. Come on.
Push. Don't come down. Don't waste your energy. Come on.
Trust me,
Come on,
come
dude.
down.
Come on. If you need to, shake it out.
You got it, dude. Come on.
Try to turn it to palm. Palm it out. Come on, man. Come on, Jay.
Now for step number 2, specifically for this climb, you guys, it is very important for us when we get to this hold to lock off. We want to have a lock off as much as possible.
Yes, dude. Come on.
Super smooth. Come on.
Come on, dude.
Come on.
Come on.
You know
Yeah,
the
you
rest.
got this. Come on. Junk, come on.
No. So sad.
Because as you can tell here with my friend, when he goes for this hold, it is really difficult to pull at this point, because then if he reaches to this hold with his hands straight, at a certain point he has to pull, and it makes it so much difficult to pull once you're at this position here. So what we want to do when we're going for this hold, we want to keep a lock off going and have it ready. As we catch it, it's a lot easier to pull from that position. You can see the progression here. No lock off on the left side, lock off on the right side, and it's so much better to control that momentum. Now, before we go to step number 3, I just want to mention, if you find this content useful or helpful in any way in your climbing, please consider to support my work, my channel, over on Patreon. You can sign up to my Patreon, link in the description below. Thank you for those who do support my work. I really appreciate it, and it really does help me a lot. Now let's talk about step number 3, because you can't really tell by the looks of it, but it's something that you think about when you're doing this movement, and it is your positioning, your body positioning. Like, what happens when I'm throwing for this hold? Because notice this, it is natural for your body to be facing this way if you're going for this hold. So what I want to do is, as I'm going for this hold, I actually want to turn my body as I go for this hold, because that's naturally what my body wants to do. I'm actually using my hips to like turn. So as I'm going for that hold, I'm turning my positioning, so I know I'm able to face that direction and keep that lock off. You know, it is very subtle, and it's something that it takes some time to understand, and it makes it a lot easier once you're on the wall. And it seems minor, but it is a big deal. This part right here, it makes a huge difference, without a doubt.
Yes.
Come on. You know it. You know it, dude. Come on.
Yep. Perfect.
Yes.
Turn around.
Come on. You know the top out now. Come on.
Fire it up. Fire it up.
Yes.
Nice, Jude. Come on.
Yes, dude. Come on. Super good.
Come on. Push it up. Push it up. Come on, dude. Come on. Push. Come on. Push. Push.
Come on, homie. Come on.
Come on. Just stand up. Back down.
Put around the
Yes. Come on, Jude. Yeah. Dude, good job, homie.
That was amazing. Thanks for the video.
Yeah, man. Now, I gotta be honest, it was really hot that day. This was my 3rd day climbing outdoors, and I had so many attempts on this climb already. I was really tired, but I knew if I do these 3 at the same time right, I'm not gonna have to use as much strength. So no matter how tired I am, I was sure I can do this.
Yes. Good. Come on. You know this part. Come on.
Come on. It's ice cold.
Keep breathing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Come on.
There you go. Come on. Put around. And then yes.
You worked hard for this one today.
I hope you learned something today. Once again, if you'd like to support my work, please do consider to sign up to my Patreon. Link in the description below. And as always, love you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.